So good morning all. Welcome back to kinematics class. In the last class, we were discussing about acceleration and in the starting of kinematics, if we consider distance, displacement and relations between distance and displacement, speed and velocity, types of speed and types of velocities, and based on that, the numericals we already studied in the previous classes, right? Now, yesterday we were discussing about acceleration. In acceleration, rate of change of velocity. And coming to the magnitude and direction, direction is the direction of acceleration is always along the direction of change of velocity, along the direction of change of velocity. So mathematically, how we can express acceleration, right? So acceleration is nothing but V2 minus V1 divided by T2 minus T1. That is a delta V by delta T, we can say simply, right? As it is a vector quantity, I am representing as an arrow symbol as a vector, right? Here, if you take it as units, meter per second, right? Now, to take a uniform acceleration, if I take a types of accelerations, uniform acceleration, non-uniform acceleration, average acceleration, and instantaneous acceleration, right? One should keep in the mind same as it is, whatever we discussed about velocity or speed, uniform, non-uniform, the same thing it will go. The scenario will be same in both the cases. So uniform acceleration, if I take uniform acceleration, the change in velocities should be equal in change in intervals of time. That means if I take uniform, so delta V and delta T both should be equal. That means equal. So in a short way, I am writing there. So delta V, change in velocity, equal change in velocity in equal intervals of time. Then we will be calling it as uniform acceleration. Yesterday we discussed a body projected vertically upwards or a body freely falling. Both the cases are what? Uniform acceleration, right? If I take non-uniform acceleration, opposite to that one, a delta V is not equal. It is not equal, and delta T is equal. That means if a body has a change in the velocity is not equal in equal intervals of time, or vice versa. Vice versa means, hope you can understand that one. Vice versa means delta T is not equal, but delta V is equal, right? Okay. Now coming to average acceleration. See, there is no difference in acceleration or average acceleration in representation. So average acceleration again will be saying that rate of change of velocity. So that can be represented as delta V by delta T, or V2 minus V1 divided by T2 minus T1. Now coming to instantaneous, here if you take delta T, this delta T is nothing but large, right? So delta T, time interval is large. For example, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. If it is in milliseconds, millisecond means very, very small milliseconds. We can ignore that millisecond when compared to 1 hour or 10 hours. Okay, that's the reason we'll say in mathematics, limit delta T tending to 0. Okay, so then this dt is very, very small, time. Delta T is very small time. Then we'll be calling it as instantaneous. So instantaneous definition, you can say that at any instant of time. Okay, the acceleration of a body at any instant of time is called instantaneous acceleration. Okay, so that is nothing but dv is very, very small and dt is also very, very small. Mathematically, if you want to represent, so instantaneous can be represented as limits delta T tending to 0. Tending to 0 means it is not equal to 0. Approximately going towards 0 means very, very small. This is a mathematical terminology. So nothing to worry about it. The mathematical terminology, limit delta t tending to 0. Then if I take a delta v by delta t, so when delta t is tending to 0, this will become delta t from large to it will become small. Fine. This is a mathematical expression which can be represented as now, which can be represented as instantaneous. Instantaneous is equal to dv by dt. If the above condition is satisfied, we can express acceleration instantaneous is dv by dt. dv by dt. If the above condition is satisfied, directly we can, I am writing here instantaneous is dv by dt. So one should know that dt is very, very small and dv is also very small. Okay. So this is about what? Instantaneous and average. Hope it is clear. If you have any doubts, let me know till this point. Right. So I'd like to give a question based on acceleration, right? So can you calculate what will be the acceleration of an object which moves with uniform velocity? When a body moves with a uniform velocity, what is an acceleration? Anybody? What is the acceleration when a body moves with uniform velocity? Uniform velocity. Anybody? Their answers? Uniform velocity. Uniform velocity. 0. So most of them posted it is 0, right? So uniform velocity. What is the meaning of uniform velocity? Initial and final should be equal. Initial and final should be equal, right? Now, if I consider a situation, let us consider a situation here. So answer is 0. That is absolutely right. I'll consider a situation in which a vehicle is moving, okay, on a road, right? Let me take in a horizontal surface, a vehicle is moving, right? Fine. Now, when you observe this vehicle, suddenly you observe that vehicle, fine? You observe that vehicle. It is moving. It is moving with certain velocity. Certain velocity. So that velocity, I'll take it as initial velocity u. So you don't mention now u is u bar or something like that because you already know it is a vector quantity. So nothing to worry about it. पैनिक होने का जरूरत भी नहीं है. ओके यू बोले तो वेक्टर दिमाग में घुस गया है अभी तक, राइट? सो ऑन ए रोड one vehicle is moving. Suddenly you see that vehicle. When you suddenly see that vehicle, it is moving with certain velocity. You're continuously watching that one. Continuously watching for some time. For some time. Fine. So after some time, it reached a certain distance, right? Now here I'll take it as final velocity is v, right? Initial velocity is u, final velocity. Now here a time after some time t2, t2 is equals to, I'll take it as a t seconds, right? Here v1 initial velocity of the vehicle is nothing but u, and final velocity of the vehicle is v, right? Now the question for you, when you suddenly observe a vehicle on the road, okay, then what is the time? What is the time that you will consider in this particular situation? So situation, let me try to explain once again here. See, when I observe suddenly a vehicle, it is moving, it is not at rest, it is moving, okay, moving with certain velocity that I am taking it as initial velocity. I am observing continuously for certain time, t seconds, right? Its velocity may be final velocity is v. When I observe at this instant, what is the time taken? Can you tell me what is the time that we have to take? Can anybody assume What is the time? 1 second. Anybody? Anybody? 0 seconds. So that is absolutely right. Now T1 is equals to 0 seconds. T1 is equals to 0 seconds. That means at that instant you started your vision at that particular point. That means from that onwards you'll be counting, right? Just I am observing. One more person may observe before you only. Before you are observing, he may be observing that one. Okay. So it is not starting from rest. That's what. It is not starting from rest. When it is starting from rest, initial velocity is 0, right? You are started, you are watching, you are viewing from your balcony, because during this period, lockdown period, okay, you have to lock and you should stay inside, right? So let us see, when you are watching from your balcony, right? Suddenly a vehicle started moving. Then suddenly you are observing it. That means at that time, time is taken to be 0, right? Is it clear? The time to be taken to be 0. So you are watching for some time. So 1 millisecond or 2 milliseconds or 1 minute you watching that one. Its speed is increasing. Speed is increasing. Why time is 0, sir? When you observe, suddenly when you observe, at that particular moment, we'll start the time. For example, what you do, you take a timer, okay, and you'll go to your balcony after my class. Fine. Suddenly, you keep a stopwatch ready. Then suddenly you observe a vehicle and start the stopwatch. Stopwatch will start with 1 second or 2 seconds or 3 seconds. Can you tell me now? Can you tell me? Yes, 0. Obviously, it is what? 0. That is the meaning of that one. For how much time you are observing, check it out. And that vehicle may move away from your vision. From your vision, it may go away from it. Till that you stop. So that is the time that which you observe the vehicle on the road. Hope that you got it as right now. So is it clear for everybody why we are taking time is 0? That means this is a situation at which, okay, it means we count the time when the vehicle is in motion. Now, when you are observing, this is what the situation that we are creating, that when I observe the vehicle, at that instant, it is not at rest, it is in motion. So when it is motion, it is already having certain velocity. At that instant, the time that you will be taking 0, and for 5 seconds you will be viewing that particular vehicle motion. Then what is the time taken? You'll be counting it. Hope that you got it as now. Anybody? T1 is equal to 0 seconds. Obviously, if it is at rest, initial velocity is 0, time is also 0. You're continuously watching. So T1, first you started a vehicle, observing a vehicle on the road, it is at rest. So time is also rest. For 1 hour, if you observe the time, the vehicle is at rest. That means even time is changing, the vehicle initial velocity is 0. Hope you got it as now, everybody. So in this particular situation, if the initial and final velocities are equal, that means this vehicle is moving only with 20 kilometers per hour for a t seconds. It may be 1 hour or 5 seconds or 1 second, whatever, right? Then the acceleration of this vehicle, acceleration, final velocity minus initial velocity divided by T2 minus T1. That means acceleration is equal to final and initial. If final velocity is equal to initial velocity, then it will become what? 0. Acceleration is 0. So you got it as for uniform velocity. What do you call it as? This is nothing but uniform velocity. Uniform velocity. Uniform velocity. Right? When the body is in uniform velocity, acceleration of it is 0. Is it clear, this one? All of you? Hope it is clear till this point. So still if you have any, yeah. Now we are going to start equation of motion in kinematics, right? So this is method one. Method one. I'm going to teach method one. So how many methods are there? We have four methods to derive equation of motion. Four methods. I think you might have learned or studied in your lower classes only one method or two methods. Okay, two methods, that is by definition method and graphical method. Fine. So once graphs are done, then we'll go back to a graphical method. And now by the definition method, once we know all the definitions till now, average velocity, velocities, uniform, non-uniform, acceleration, all those things, right? So with respect to definitions, we are going to derive this equation, kinematic equations. Okay. And second thing is we have graphical method, and third is integration method, right? In that we have two types of integration, that is a definite integration and indefinite integration. So in definite and indefinite integration, even we require differentiation. So differentiation and integration, once you are clear, and graphicals will be clear, remaining three methods we can discuss, right? So only the basic definitions that we are going to do it as by definition method, fine? Okay, definition method. First, I think most of them know the kinematic equations. First kinematic equation, if I ask, so you'll be able to say, what is first kinematic equation? Anybody? Yes, fine. So here, when I observe a situation, let us consider a situation that I suddenly observe a vehicle. At that instant, time is what? 0. That means you have started your that means stopwatch, right? Then at that instant, time is 0, and it is moving with initial velocity u. After traveling certain distance or displacement in a specific direction, we are calling it as displacement. That means from initial to final, if I measure distance, that is nothing but displacement. And a time interval is nothing but time interval. There is a change in velocity. There is a change in velocity. After some time, this is initial velocity, that is final velocity. Whenever there is a change in velocity, there will be acceleration, right? We'll be getting acceleration. Okay, according to the definition of acceleration, so what you can say now, what is the definition of acceleration? So one should say that acceleration is rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of velocity, that is nothing but a delta v by a delta t. So the same expression we are giving even for average also, and velocity is equals to delta v by delta t, or this can be written as v2 minus v1 divided by t2 minus t1. Now v2 is final velocity v minus u is nothing but initial velocity u divided by t2 is nothing but a t, so t minus 0, t minus 0. Now acceleration a equals to v minus u divided by a t, v minus u divided by t. So that means v minus u is equals to a into t. So v is equals to u plus at. V is equals to u plus at, right? And this is nothing but, even you know this derivation in your 9th class, but you don't know the time that has to be started at 0 seconds. So without knowing that at that particular instant we have to take 0 seconds at the time of observation, without knowing that also, can we do the derivation with the distance time graphs? Somebody posted, who is that? I think, hope it is clear. Just take a screenshots. If you have any doubts, let me know here. So this is nothing but definition. With respect to definition method, we are doing equation of motion. First equation of motion, v is equal to u plus at. Most of them know v is equal to u plus at. You might have learned this in your lower classes. But what is this v called? Can anybody tell? In this equation, what is this v? What is this V? Anybody? कोई है? Final velocity is wrong, right? That's what, right? So whenever we take the problem, what we'll do, what is final velocity, what is the initial, what you call exactly the velocity after t seconds. What you call velocity after t seconds. How you can decide it is a final velocity? So final velocity means after certain time of its journey, then we are calling. If I ask you, write down, if I see, for example, how I can clarify your doubt. If I ask to write down final velocity, is there any meaning in that word? Okay, write down the equation for final velocity. Which equation you will write? That means this equation is velocity after t seconds. Velocity v is equals to velocity after t seconds. After t seconds, right? After t seconds, right? So as what is final velocity? Final velocity means v will be saying, but you don't say v is equal to u plus at. Am I right or not? So if I want to say what is the first kinematic equation, how you write in words, you have to write velocity after time t seconds. If I ask you derive final velocity, what is the meaning of final velocity? Even we have v square minus u square is equal to s. V is nothing but under root of u square, fine, minus plus 2as. That is also velocity. So if I ask, see for example, v square minus u square is equals to 2as, or v square is equal to u square plus 2as, or v is equals to under root of u square plus 2as, right? If I ask derive final velocity, what is that velocity? Okay, what is that velocity? No information. If I say derive velocity after d seconds, then v is equal to u plus at. Now what is this called now? Velocity after displacement s. So in terms of what? Displacement. This is in terms of what? Time. So one should be very clear about these terms. Hope it is clear to all. Yes. Then we'll proceed with the next derivation. Are you ready? All of you? So till here, if you have any doubt, let me know. Okay. It's clear? Yes. Yes. No doubts. Okay. Fine. Next, if I want displacement after t seconds, displacement after t seconds, displacement after t seconds. The second kinematic equation is said to be displacement after t seconds, right? Second kinematic equation, displacement after t seconds. So first thing is, we know that v is equals to u plus at. Is the same situation if I take the same example, if I take v is equal to u plus at. Now, if I know u and v and time t seconds, u and v and time t seconds, okay. So what is the average velocity? What is average velocity? Can anybody tell what is the average velocity? If time is known to us, what is average velocity? Anybody? What is average velocity in that particular example? Average velocity. Anybody? Can I write v plus u divided by 2? This will be average velocity, right? Average between initial velocity and the final velocity. Then what I can write here, v plus u by 2. If I want displacement average velocity is equals to total average velocity means average speed means, can you tell me what is average speed? Total distance by total time. That is total distance, total displacement, average velocity, total displacement in this situation is s. Let me take this is s1 is equal to 0 because we are measuring from here. S2 is equal to S meters. S meters, right? So S2 minus S1 is how much? S. So I can write it as now S divided by T. So S2 minus S1, S2 minus S1, that is nothing but total displacement by total time, rate of change of displacement. Then if I want S is equal to average velocity into time, just to take this and substitute in the equation. The substitute here, what I can get? Here S is equal to average velocity is V plus U divided by 2 into T. Let me take it as equation number 1. It's nothing but average. This is a displacement. Displacement during total journey of this body from starting to final points. Now, if I take V is nothing but we know that final velocity after T seconds, V is equals to, this is distance or displacement. You can take it as displacement. Okay, average, average velocity. This is nothing but average velocity. Average velocity. This is nothing but displacement we are taking, right? That displacement. Or nothing to worry about distance or displacement. Direction, if you are taking displacement or distance, the same thing is displacement after T seconds. Displacement after T seconds. So one should be very clear about this concept. So whenever we use distance or displacement, velocity or speed, nothing to worry about it. Only it is linked with the direction and the mindset that we are observing the situation, right? If it is, right? If I take the situation even considering the direction, then you can take it as, okay, fine. Now, but V is equal to U plus AT, the velocity after time T seconds. Take this velocity and substitute there. Now S is equals to U plus AT plus AU. So this, instead of this U, I am substituting. This is nothing but, let me take it as equation number 2. So substituting equation 2 in 1. So I substituted equation 2 in 1. Then S is equal to U plus AT. This is nothing but V term. This is nothing but U term divided by 2 into completely time T. Now simply U plus U is nothing but a 2U plus U plus U is 2U plus AT divided by 2 again into T. One more T is there, right? Again, further simplification, what I'll get here, further simplification, just S is equal to 2U by 2, 2U divided by 2 plus AT divided by 2 again into time T seconds. Again, T is multiplied here, 2 se 2 gaya, right? S is equal to UT plus half AT square. But this is nothing but what you call this equation, displacement after T seconds, not displacement. So what is displacement after T seconds? If I ask what is second kinematic equation, one should able to tell displacement after T seconds. If I ask what is equation 1, so orally if you want to say what is equation 1, velocity after T seconds. Okay. In this case, it may be start from rest also. When it is rest, you will become 0. That's the reason we are taking the body. Initially, it is in the motion. Hope it is clear. If you have any doubts, let me know.